Okay, I guess this is what it is. Hope you guys can hear me okay. If not, I am recording, so I'll be able to put it up for you later. Just waiting to connect to Wolf now. So the idea here is that in the Discord, we're doing a series of gym leader battles, and right now we're deciding who gets to be which gym. So we are up against Wolfender to see who, between the two of us, gets to claim the right of being the steel type gym leader. So we are using Series 7 rules here. And all of our Pokemon have to be of the... So we are, of course, the Pittsburgh Steel types. Here is our... We've got Celesteela. We've got Excadrill. We've got Takataka. We've got Heatran. We also have Duraludon and Metagross. So let's see. We've got some crossover here. Aegislash Sting. And he also brought Klefki over the Duraludon. Very interesting. So I'm going to lead the Stakataka because I think Trick Room might work in our favor here. And I'm going to lead it alongside the Excadrill. I want Heatran in the back. And for the last one, I'm thinking Celesteela. We'll save Duraludon and Metagross for game 2. I think that makes a lot of sense. So let's lock into that. Good luck to Wolfender. And he leads the... Okay, well, that's a choice. Damn, those are some good-looking shinies, though. All right, so I want to go Trick Room here, and I am going to... Actually, do I want Trick Room here? I actually think I don't. I'm going to switch to Celesteela, and I'm going to... no. I'm going to... We're going to body press the Klefki, just get a little bit of damage off. He goes right for the King's Shield. That's interesting. And reflect. Okay. So he gets the attack drop. We're going to body press the Klefki, do a little bit of damage, not much. Let's see. I'm going to go into the Celesteela here. And max Quake into the Aegislash. We are at -1 attack, which is not great, but we can set up some decent... we can set up some decent defensive boosts here. And Celesteela should be able to do some work. This is giving him the advantage of the late Dynamax, which I don't love. But That's all right. I think we can deal with it. Thunder Wave, that's fine. I'm not really worried about the speed drop. Full paras could be frustrating, but it's all right. We get some big damage off onto the Aegislash. Goes for a stance change and Sacred Sword. Okay, we take that. That's fine. What is it? Lefties? Yeah. Okay. Not a huge deal. We're gonna Iron Defense with Celesteela, and we're gonna drop another Max Quake into the Aegislash. Even if it shield forms, we should be all right here. Take it down, and now Celesteela should be at a nice +2 to both of its defensive stats, and should be able to just sit on the field and not take much of any damage. Foul play into the Excadrill. Actually, the defense drop or the attack drop from earlier kind of playing to our advantage on that one. And we've got one more turn of the Dynamax. Okay, sends out his own Excadrill. Let's Mold Breaker. Okay, let's go with Leech Seed. Into the Klefki, and I'm gonna max guard Excadrill because I think he's gonna. No, okay. I was hoping he was gonna max into it, but I don't mind that too much. We get the max guard off, take no damage, but he avoids the Leech Seed. That's unfortunate, but we can deal with it. See, this time I don't really want to switch anything into the Excadrill slot, so let's go with a high horsepower. Goes for Light Screen, makes sense. Rock Slide, Celesteela avoids. Excadrill takes it. High horsepower back into the Klefki, does nice damage, dies to Leftover, or to Life Orb. And this time we get the Leech Seed off. And start getting some passive damage into the Excadrill. So at this point, yeah. At this point, I'm going to go Stakataka. Going to Air Slash the Klefki, and we'll go for the Trick Room. Really wants to paralyze my Stakataka. That's interesting. Goes for another Rock Slide. Take it, no problem. Air Slash gets off into the Klefki. A little bit of chip. Gets the flinch. So some paraflinch going on there. Not doing that much to us, though. So I could either I'm going to keep chipping away at the Klefki. I'm going to go for another Trick Room. I mean, he's got Paraflinch on me, which sucks, but I want the... Oh, he was locked into the Rock Slide. He was choiced. That is super good to know. So he wants to come back in and have his... Really? All right. He wants to have his choice of his move back. So we know that when he comes back in, it's got to be as I'm just going to keep going, setting up Trick Room, because when he brings back that scarfed Excadrill, that's going to really hurt him. This is my cat, Zed, by the way. Zed, say hi. Usually we use our face for that, not our butt, but he's a good boy. So Max Celesteela, I'm not really too worried about it. Not a ton. It should... Oh, Max Flare. That's nice. But again, my Celesteela at this point is just so tanky that I'm not too worried about it. But God, 2 paras. All right, Wolf, you brought the hacks and they're playing in your favor. I get it. All right. I'm switching Stakataka out at this point. I'm hoping he goes for another Max Flare this time into the Heatran, especially seeing as how the Max Flare into Celesteela didn't do very much. But he's just going to keep hammering away at the Celesteela. And another para. Jesus, Wolf. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to protect and Heat Wave, because I don't think there's much he can do to Heatran here at this point. And I just don't want Celesteela to drop to another Max Flare. He gets the pair on Heatran. We'll see if it goes through. So we take that, no problem. And we get off our own sun-boosted Heat Wave. And I really hope we're done with the full paras, because that was a lot. All right. I'm going to Leech Seed the Celesteela, and we're going to Scorching Sands into Excadrill. Goes for Rock Slide again. Not really what I was expecting. Another Flamethrower into the Celesteela. That's going to pick up the KO. But at this point, it's not the worst thing that can happen. I really want to hit this Scorching Sands, and I would love the burn. No? All right. Well, that's fine. I'm going to bring Stakataka back out. We're going to go for another Trick Room, and we're going to Heat Wave. Should have gone. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, that was quite a game one, but we can take those. I think if honestly, like, I don't think that went that badly, with the exception of the totally insane of this time. What I really need to do is get the Klefki out of there early so that it can't cause so many problems the whole game. That was my mistake last game, was leaving the Klefki. And one of the reasons I wanted to lead this way is that it makes it harder for him to know which screen to set. I'm still going to max the Exca. And I'm going to target that into the Klefki. But the Flamethrower should punish the Reflect if he calls that correctly. And between the two of them, I'm hoping to pick up an early Klefki KO before it can start dropping paras and everything. I really think that's what I need here. So, let's see what happens. Going for the early switch, Metagross. Interesting. And he goes for the light screen. So we're going to hit that Metagross real hard here. I wasn't really predicting Ally switch Metagross, but I'm also not really complaining because now we're up. And he gets the Avoid with Klefki. Just awesome. Sends out his own Quake into the Klefki again. Probably sets Reflect. So we probably don't do as much damage as we would like, but we got to get some damage down on it, and I'm not too worried about the damage from Excadrill. So we switched well there. He did go for the high horsepower, so that confirms that he's running both Earthquake and high horsepower. I know we saw that last game, but I was kind of second guessing myself after the first one. So Rock Slide, Earthquake, high horsepower, maybe Protect. So he's got to be maxing his. He's got to be planning to max his Excadrill. I'm going to go for the Iron Defense on Celesteela again. I think it works. We're not going to get parried. A little bit of chip onto the Celesteela, and all right. All right, so we're going to go into Metagross. Because I want to honestly, because I don't mind if Metagross goes down as long as I pick up the KO on Excadrill here. All right, there we go. Okay, so I think that's the game because I don't think there's anything his Celesteela can do to beat the combination of my Celesteela and Heatran. It may take us a while to take it out, but there's just no way. Unless I think it gets any ground moves. I'm pretty sure it doesn't get body press. So we're just gonna Leech Seed and Flame or Heat Wave here. Hope we don't miss the Heat Wave idea. Doesn't work out this game. So we're gonna get some good damage down with Heat Wave and land the Leech Seed, which means there's just no way for kind of the big threat in that regard. That's interesting. Having the Metagross on hand really helped. So the question now is, if we go with that same lead, and I think we do, leave Duraludon on the bench. Yeah. Yeah, I feel good about this. He's thinking a little more this time. Maybe he wants to bring his Heatran. That wouldn't be a terrible decision. Could help to counter mine. We do have some tech for that though, if it ran. All right. So that makes a lot of sense. Air Balloon Heatran. Okay. All right. I'm going to Ancient Power to break the balloon and protect with Excadrill. This is going to let him get off a screen of some sort, but I really suspect that he's going to try and take out my Excadrill. Yeah, he went for Scorching Sands. Well, that's a good play. So we get rid of his balloon. I'm going to max flare into Klefki, and that means we take another one, and I'm going to high horsepower into the Heatran. Klefki switches out. Celesteela comes in. He set Reflect this time, not Light Screen. So we're going to hit pretty hard here with Heatran. We might even be able to OHKO Celesteela. And the fact that we know we can take another Scorching Sands now that we're maxed means that I feel pretty good about this turn. Okay, he protects the Heatran. That's fine. Excadrill moves first, and then Heatran max flare into Celesteela. I feel good about that, especially because now we can just do it again. I mean, there's really no possible downside. He can't protect the Heatran again. The Celesteela is not going to be able to handle the Heatran here. So even if he maxes it, the best he can do is take out our Excadrill. But I suspect Excadrill is going to go... Oh, he maxes his own Heatran. Interesting. Okay, that makes sense. I'm not sure it helps. Let's see. Oh, wow. It is fast. That might do it. That might do it. It does. Interesting. Okay, okay. Good play. So our Heatran goes down. His Heatran's faster than I expected it to be. We hit it with high horsepower and drop it. So we've essentially traded our Heatran for his Heatran. But we also got most of his Celesteela, and he hasn't done very much to our Excadrill, 30%. But I'm good with that. Question now is who to bring in. I'm going to go Metagross here. And we are a timid Metagross, so we should be able to outspeed Celesteela. Unless he Thunder Waves us. But yeah, okay. I think that's all right. We're still going to go first with Excadrill. Get decent damage off. Flamethrower comes out. And then that means that didn't matter. That means that Metagross is going to get a hit off. We're going to be locked into the Ice Punch, which is not fantastic. Full para. Okay. That's annoying. But we can deal with it. So he's up 1. Right. We're going to lock into Stomping Tantrum, and we're going to Leech Seed his Celesteela. For once, we got an Avoid, so that's nice. He's going to Flamethrower into the Metagross. With the Sun takes us down. So we're in bad shape here. especially now that he's at +2 special attack. So I think our only option here is to try and protect our way through his Celesteela. So we avoid the Thunder Wave and the Flamethrower. Sunlight fades, which is good. Let's see how much this Leech Seed does. I think it's not enough. I think, oh, we got it. Okay, so this is going to be a close end game. Let's see what he has in the back. Excadrill. Excadrill. Okay, we're not out of it. We know Excadrill has Rock Slide, has 2 Earth moves. So he's going to go for more hacks. Totally makes sense. I don't blame him for that. So Iron Head's his last move. That's not going to be very effective. He's going to need a lot of Paraflinches here. But we've seen that he can get that. He's definitely leaned hard into that strategy in team building. And so it could well pay off for him here. All right. I'm going to go for a Leech Seed this time. Just try to get some health back. All right. I need to alternate in some protects here. I should have been doing that earlier. That's definitely a mistake on my part. Yeah. Well, good game, Wolf. You win the title of Steel type champion. Well done. I'm a little frustrated that you got quite so many paras in the first game. The second game you had para and flinch. That's a little more understandable. Well played, and I look forward to challenging you again for the Steel Gym in the near future. I hope everybody enjoyed. If you did, jump in the bottom, give me a comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff really helps. And keep an eye out because pretty soon we're going to be uploading some matches from the VBA, which is an upcoming draft league. I'm really excited about it. We've been working on it for a long time, and I think it's going to be some pretty excellent content. So I hope you guys will stick with me through it. All right. Bye-bye.